Hi, I'm Brent Mason. I'm here with the Magnatone amp, which I'm really digging it. Been playing it a while, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit and play through it. Well, when I started playing back, I was playing on records and stuff. I was using on a lot of the records, like Alan Jackson, Brooks and Dunn, and stuff like that, that kind of roadhouse country twang stuff with a Telecaster. I was using Deluxe, like my '67 Blackface Deluxe, and which it would start breaking up around 3. So in a studio, that's fine. I couldn't take it out much live because it just didn't have the power. But when I ran across this, I was looking for a sound like that, so I ran across this Magnatone, and it seemed to be like a Deluxe on steroids. It's kind of like amped up Deluxe. It still it had that tone, that real vintage tone. I believe it has two 6V6s in it, and with different modes, you can switch to stereo, wet, dry, mono, which is pretty cool, depending on the scenario you're set up with and what you're playing. I usually run mine, right now I'm running it stereo, because I got it running, through the board there. And it's just a great amp, because it kind of served my needs, because there was a lot of headroom with the input volume, no master volume. You could turn it up to 4 or 5. The mid-range is really cool. Sometimes you get amps with mid-range that you don't like what mid-range it's adding to it. It could be a high mid, low mid kind of thing. This has a nice adjustment there. They really went through this carefully, and the sound, Larry Craig went through this thing and got the sound right on it. I'm really liking it, and live it really speaks. It punches out. I just barely got it on 3. It's got a lot of punch right there. It's not even close to breaking up yet. A little bit, but you can really take that up. See, it's a beautiful breakup. So that was about on 4.5, and that's really nice. EQ, treble, I got it running, about 2 o'clock or so. That's a sweet spot for me. That mid-range is close to up and down. Maybe square up 12 o'clock on that. Bass, it's got a nice response right there, a nice full bass. Anyway, you got volume, treble, mid, bass, reverb, great reverb. Now you get to the selector switch. We got off and mono. Obviously, it's both speakers, mono. If you mic it, one mic, you stick one mic on it, you'll get, if you're running mono, that's fine. I got it in stereo right now. If you're recording, you might want to get 2 mics on it, on each speaker. It's just like 2 separate speakers running stereo. The wet dry, which splits it off, one reverb is coming out of one speaker, and the other one's dry, of course, just like it says. And then dry, wet, opposite. Intensity. Of course, the pedal over here is controlled. You got a speed, intensity, and of course the the remote switch, which goes from vibrato to tremolo. And then you got the 2 outputs. Of course, if you're going direct, it's preamped line left and right out. And the external speakers, you can, if you want to run another couple speakers with that, a left and a right. you'll have the, you know, the stereo effect that way too as well. Just tapers off nicely. You know, some amps don't react good with distortion pedals. They start to go. They start to. This one tapers off very nicely. So I love an amp which reacts good with pedals, because a lot of stuff that I do is so versatile. I like a real clean, punchy amp. You know, sometimes I don't want it to break up so fast. So when you get to turn it, then it taxes the amp a little bit, starts to edge out for a rhythm sound. You kick one of these distortion pedals on, then it sounds great. So this external pedal is really cool. I got it set up on a vibrato. It's almost like well, it's like a univibe almost. I always like the vibratos, which is, it's cool with chords. It almost gives it a little wave, like a chorus depth, and still has the vibrato thing going. And I got this remote speed control pedal, which hooks up in the back as well. Really nice. You could control the speed of it for, you know, different parts of the song. Now this is standard tremolo. It's got the great, nice tube, warm tremolo. It works smoothly. You know. I love that. Yeah, because that's pretty cool. I haven't used that. You know, you can back it off till it's not there, and maybe part of the song you might go, I'm gonna like a little coming in. It's pretty cool to use that pedal. I mean, when you're backing off totally and it's off, there's no tremolo at all. So there may be a portion of the song where you want to kind of, a bridge to a song where you want to come in with the tremolo. Cool sound. I like it. Really versatile amp, and really user-friendly with the pedal and everything. It's got great. If you put these two pieces together and with an effects pedal board and stuff, I got a little something here that just your basic food group right there: distortion, compressor, equalizer, tuner, and a echo. I always have a tendency to, I love vintage sounds and amps that sound, get the big round sound. I was talking earlier about the deluxe Fender amp, and how that was my kind of like staple sound. I love that sound, but I never could find anything but that Fender amp that would do that, the Deluxe. And this has a great, it jumps from the real fat mellow sound, like an R&B and rock sounds, to even this back pickup telly. See, I love the way it snaps. It's got that nice, not an edgy kind of offensive high end, but a nice airy high end that, again, like those old Fenders had. And it really kicks. It punches out. Some amps just don't jump out at you. This has that, you know, while it's sitting back behind you, it pushes and gives you a big sound. A good way to put it is it's like two Deluxes put together with that power. And how could you get better than that? This has a nice scooped out sound. Not too scooped out, still has a nice warmth to it, a mid-range that's subtle. And of course, you can change that with the mid-range control knob, which does a nice scoop out or add to it. It adds the nice friendly frequencies to the mid-range, which is hard to find in a lot of amps. So it's got that going for it too. So it's important to have a good marriage between the guitar and the amps. And this guitar sounds great with this amp. And I've played Les Pauls through them and played Strats through them, and it's all consistent. They all sound good through them. Now the Magnatone amp, the history of it, I wasn't really too knowledgeable about them that much. I knew certain guys played them, Buddy Holly, Lonnie Mack, and I knew of them and of course respected them, but I was more, my dad played Merle Haggard records, and I would see all those guys or Buck Owens. I'd see Don Rich playing Fender amps like Super Reverbs and stuff. So I was more tuned in to Fender amps, you know. So I didn't know a lot about the Magnatone amp. I was hip to them, you know, from other genres, you know, that. But when I got till I got hold of this, and they just look cool. I knew they've always been cool. I just didn't own one back when I was a kid or anything. And so I saw the old retro style look on them. I thought, that's really cool, although I didn't grow up with them. And the way they developed these, they made them a lot more versatile, I think. The amp is made solid. It's high quality. I mean, I haven't had mine long enough, but they weather really nice. They wear out. We all like that old weathered look, you know. But anyway, I'm Brent Mason. I'm glad that you got to check out this great Magnatone Twilighter amp, and we'll see you around.